Alright guys, what's happening? How are we doing today? So today I'm going to go over the Magento CMS installation process. If you're not familiar, Magento is a popular open source e-commerce CMS. So basically we're here at Magento.com and I've gone to the download and I've already downloaded a copy of the latest version, which in this case is 2.3.0, and I've downloaded the zip file. Just to save time, I've already downloaded it. So what you'll see is that it's already sitting here. And I've actually pushed the zip up already through the FTP, so it is actually here on the server. So going into cPanel, we'll go into File Manager, and we're going to extract this file just to get all the information. So let's go to select the file and go to extract. And we'll just extract it right in the main folder here. So basically we are just taking the entire download from Magento. We've pushed it up to our server, or our hosting in this case. We're in our cPanel and we've gone into our file manager to take that zip and extract it, and basically it's putting all the files for the installation process onto the server. Now what I'm sure we'll have to do after this process is go back in and create a database through the cPanel, and then we'll also have to configure that in the installation process. So now I imagine that everything here is installed. Let's close this. And as we can see here in our public HTML, everything's here, and we also have our Magento file here. We can delete this, but for now let's keep it. Going back here, you can see that here was our zip on our domain that we're doing the install. Now this should take us through the setup process, which it is doing. Hopefully that works good. So here we are at the home of the installation process. So let's go agree and set up. Let's start readiness check. So it's basically going to test your hosting environment and make sure that everything's compatible, which we usually have pretty good hosting here. So let's go forward with the installation process. And you'll see here now that we're trying to add our database. So let's go back to our cPanel, and we can probably close our file manager for now. And let's go to MySQL database. And we're going to actually create this database real quick. This is going to be similar with any CMS that you're using. So in this case, for the database, why don't we just go with the fragrance, and we'll go database. And we'll just create that real quick. And basically, then we just have to create our user and then connect our user to our database and then connect that to our Magento. So why don't we just actually take this information as we get it. We'll take our database and plug it into this database server username. So in this case, it's going to be there, and I'm actually going to close the Magento. We'll go back, and now we will create our username. So here, add a username. In this case, let's just go username, and I just have just a quick password off the top of. And then what we'll do here is plug our username into our Magento. So let's go server-based username, and then let's create the password. Or we've already created the password. Let's just make sure to connect the two. So basically we go back here, we go to our username, our database, and we're going to add the user to the database and give it all the permissions available. And what you'll see here is basically our database is going to store all of our information that is used in our Magento CMS. So now that that's all been created, let's go back here. Let's just create, it's just a popular, and let's leave everything else as is. Server host, location for the server. I think this we just have to put our IP. So let's go back here, or we could probably just put the domain. So in this case it's fragrance.discount. Let's see if that'll work for us. It's just whatever your URL is. Oh, this is wrong here. These were actually backwards here. So if you actually see, so that was a quick error there as far as that needed to be switched from username to password, which had been done backwards. So as you see here, your store address is going to be fragrance.discount. Magento admin address is going to be, in this case, we're just going to make it admin. You can make it more secure, but this should work for now. Let's go to next. We can set up our let's see, I was looking for Chicago. It's usually, so let's see. I'm not going to waste too much time on this. We'll just go for, geez, I don't even see anything close. Toronto, whatever. We're closer to the Midwest. US dollars, English. Okay, so let's continue. And let's create our new username. Let's keep it admin. And why don't we just keep it info at finalwebdesign.com, and then we will use our same familiar password, even if it's not. We're going to just take it. And then let's continue. And we're ready to install. So basically everything has been set up now on the Magento end of the installation. I just took a quick screenshot there for password reference, but basically everything has been now installed on the Magento end of the server and the database. So it's just going to install the actual Magento, and I'm going to probably fast forward this part because it might take a minute, and we will catch back once the installation process is done. Alright guys, so basically as you can see, our installation of Magento is a success. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to be able to log into our administrator, and we're able to log into our default URL for our website. So why don't we open that up and take a look at what that looks like. And what you'll see is it's clearly going to be the Magento default, but at least, you know, we have something. We can always get another template. We can always get, so why don't we just go back real quick while it loads. And we'll always be able to get another template, but at least we have the basics here where we're able to start to build and add on to it. So it looks good. I mean, we got our place for our logo, we got our home, we got a footer, we got our store, which is what makes Magento popular and what people want to use for Magento for.